The Deluxe Edition Network, also known as The Den, is an incredible podcast network that offers a wide variety of entertaining and informative podcasts.
With a lineup of shows covering various topics, such as interviews with a wide variety of guests, history, music, relationships, true crime, and so much more. The Den provides content that caters to a diverse range of interests.
The hosts and guests on the Deluxe Edition Network demonstrate a deep passion and expertise in their respective fields, making each episode on each show engaging and thought-provoking.
The network fosters a sense of community by encouraging listeners to interact through live chats, social media, and forums, creating an inclusive environment for discussion and sharing opinions.
With its commitment to high-quality production, the shows in the Deluxe Edition Network continue to captivate and entertain its ever-growing audience.
Whether you're a podcast enthusiast or someone looking to explore new topics, The Den is a fantastic platform to dive into and uncover fascinating insights from experts in their fields.
The Deluxe Edition Network is the home of independent awesomeness.
To find all these great podcasts in one convenient location, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
My name's Tyler, and I'm a mean sexual, which means I'm only attracted to girls who are mean. We even have our own flag.
Did you make a reservation?
No, I didn't know what you wanted.
Oh my God, how do you not know by now?
I'm sorry.
Get it together! You're so fucking stupid!
I've been mistreated my whole life, so this is the love that I feel I deserve. If she doesn't treat me like Dookie, I'm not gonna make her my Pookie.
As Tyler's 100% heterosexual friend, I tried to tell him that he could do better. Turns out he doesn't care how mean girls are to him.
Genuinely nice people turn me off. Why would you be nice to me?
I would never tell you what to do, and I'd put any decision.
Hello and welcome to the Milf And Me podcast. I'm your host, Antonio, and I've got a very special guest host today. You may have seen her from previous episodes.
Hello. I like the new little song thing that you did. I really like that.
Well, that's our closing song, and we've switched it to the beginning now.
Oh, that's why I was like, why is this so familiar? But it is. You're right. I really do like it. So you've been doing some work.
I've been doing some work because we've made a point of not talking about what's really gone on in the last 2 months that you've been gone.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it someday when we feel healthier.
Sure. Yeah, we don't want to trigger me today.
No, let's not trigger you today. Let's not trigger you ever again.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. No, you didn't trigger me before. I just mean, well, all the shit that I'm going through. You know my heaviness.
Right.
We just don't want to trigger me today, so thank you.
Yes, well, fucking life triggered you, right? Life happened.
Oh, God. It still is. It's still happening very much. Right from behind, grab my ankles with no lube.
No lube.
Yeah, it's real painful. But hey,
right.
I'm here.
We're too old for that shit.
Yeah,
we need some
old.
goddamn lube these days.
And just like a regular position would do, right? Like I don't need to be grabbing my fucking ankles. Just give me a break.
Everyone, we got to welcome Dianna back to the show. It's been 2 months, 2 months of a hiatus. And before we get started, we got to give special thanks and appreciations to the fill-in MILFs.
Yes.
So Mariah, 4 episodes with Mariah.
She's fantastic.
She's the best. We had Stephanie, and then we had Michelle back on the show of the Velveteen Serpent, and that was a really good episode.
Yeah.
That was our most popular YouTube episode.
Which one was that one?
It was the one about sexually transmitted energies.
Yes.
That topic that she brought up with us a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
it's a thing.
It's a thing. And, I've been releasing like these little clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the clips of her talking about that got a lot of responses and kind of helped to build the YouTube channel. So it was a great experience for me, right? Of learning how to talk to people in this studio other than you.
Yeah, that's good. I'm proud of you. You pulled it off. So thank you for holding down the fort.
You're welcome. But the thing that I recognized about you not being here is I'm a gentleman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't tell these ladies to go fuck themselves like I can tell you every once in a while.
I know.
They're super, super nice. So I'm just
I know.
okay, well, let's be very professional here.
Thank you for playing nice to my MILF girls.
Yes.
And Kay as well.
Kay, oh my God. I'm sorry, Kay. I was thinking about the people in the studio.
That's
Kay,
okay.
in the last episode.
She's fantastic. You know, I just came across her stuff on Good Pods.
Yes.
Right? And she was so cute because she would listen and she would rate our show. And I've listened to a lot of their episodes, you know, on their podcast, but she's adorable.
Yes.
I love her whole thing that she's got going.
It's funny too, because when I asked her if she would be a guest host, she's like, but I'm not a MILF. You know, like, I'm a cat mom. Can we call myself a cat MILF?
Yes, absolutely. That's great.
And I didn't mention it on the podcast with her because I didn't think about it at the time, but I thought about it after. And it's like, okay, well, if we think about this by porn standards, right?
Yeah.
If you get on Pornhub, these days, anything over like age 25 gets put in the MILF category.
Are you serious?
Whether they're a real mom or not, they get put in the MILF category. They're aged out of teen and hot and babe and whatever those fucking categories are. That should be an episode one of these days where we go through Pornhub and see what the fuck people are touching their dicks to, right?
I am pretty sure Utah made sure we can't access Pornhub anymore.
Oh my God, that's right. We have to do age verification and shit. We have to put in our driver's license number.
Yeah.
And, oh my
we got to get like an IP address from our
our
den.
Yeah.
From our den guys.
We got to get, what's
gotta
that
get
called? The VPN,
Yeah,
you know?
yes. Just so that we can access this Pornhub for this one episode. It's such bullshit. Anyways, we don't want to talk about living in Utah.
You're right, because that's what we've been talking about.
'Cause we
Okay. That's my point, is that we're going to do a little bit of a different vibe now on the show just to see how it goes. We hit the year mark. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. I didn't buy you anything nice, but I did buy you a lot of pineapple shit that's in this studio.
You did.
I don't know if you've noticed it.
Well, we also would not be doing this on video if it wasn't for the things that you bought for us.
Oh, thank
so
you.
it's that joint. We're partners in
Yeah.
this, right? We're doing this together.
Yeah.
But we'll do something nice for the anniversary of the show when we get some time and a little money. Because fucking inflation, right?
Don't even. We're not talking about money.
We're not
today
talking about money
either.
today.
There's no money talk today. But yes, you're right. It's absolutely insane. Batshit crazy. I can't afford to leave my house.
Right.
Honestly.
I know. I had to like Uber you here.
You know, you know that it's like $100 to walk out the door, right? Because you've got gas, and if you stop for lunch or dinner, or you have to stop at the store to grab some bullshit, by the time you're home, you're like, I spent $100
You're not wrong. It's $100 every single time.
Yep.
Gas, lunch, parking if you're going downtown.
I mean, I'm not even including the errands involved here.
Right.
Not including the grocery trip or the Costco trip. Like, just leaving the goddamn house is costing us all money. It's stressful. We're not talking about money.
We're not talking about money. You're talking about money now, goddamn. I'm trying to get off the subject.
God damn it. Jesus.
So I've done some things since you've been gone.
Oh, God, what'd you do?
Well, they're things for us.
Oh.
You know, we were talking about how we've been kind of getting stagnant
Yes.
in our message because we've really reflected the episode based on where you are at in your dating cycles, whether or not you're on Tinder, whether or not you're
My
seeing
dating
somebody.
cycle. My dating cycle. Like, you
like
sound like
lunar cycles, like you're a werewolf or something, you know, right?
or like it's that time of month. It's that cycle.
You should only date on that time of month. It's going to get you out of trouble.
Oh my God. This is so good. You're right. Yeah. It's not fun to talk about my shit all the time.
And then when you weren't here, I ended up just talking about the same fucking assholes in the Love Guru section.
Yeah.
I went back to talking about the red pill guys. I went back to talking about the pick me girls and feminism sucks and all that shit like that. And it was a perfect time for you to be away because as I was going back and editing these episodes, I'm like, you know what? We need to switch things up a little bit. We need to be a little more silly, a little more salty.
Yeah.
And people don't want to hear us talk about the same shit every week. I don't want to edit it every week.
I don't want to listen to it.
Right. So the first thing you do, and I do this after breakups, right? You like change your linens, you change your comforter, you might buy a new wardrobe, you might get some new shoes. You do things to kind of help push the past away and create a future. So for the first thing that I did is I changed our thumbnail. I changed our art. You know, so we have this really cartoony thing behind you. That's an old one. I've already ordered a new one, and we're going to take ourselves a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, I love that. This reminds me of that 70s show.
Well, that was a theme.
That was our theme, right?
We were like 70s sitcom. It's going to be silly and stuff like that. And now it's like, all right, it's time to be fucking serious. It's time to look real. It's time to get away from this cartoon bullshit and start talking about things that actually like invigorate us and not the same shit that we talk about every week.
Yeah, I like that. I don't think that we expected for it to be this good and successful. Honestly, like, you know, we make a good team and I think that people enjoy listening to our stuff. But I think it was cute and adorable how we started it out and it was joking and circus music and all that funny stuff.
Because it was a shit show.
It was a shit show.
That was the whole point of the podcast. It was a shit show. And as we started growing up, we're like, okay, well, let's not be the shit show anymore.
Yeah, when life kicks you in the face.
Right. The last thing you want to do is go to the goddamn circus.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're changing things up a little bit.
We are. I like that.
I like that too. But so much has happened since you've been gone in the social media world, the dating world.
I've been trying a little tiny bit to keep up. Not too much because it gets overwhelming for me. And honestly, I didn't take a complete hiatus, but one day in the future, I do plan on it. Like no social media, nothing, no phone past a certain time of day. Like I need that detox. One thing though, that I know that you and I had spoke about that I do want to talk to our guests or our fans is mental health is huge. And it's something I've struggled with since I was 13 years old, deep depression. So we are going to be talking about that in the future. You know, there's going to be some really hard conversations. We're going to make it fun, as light and fun as we can.
Right.
But it's real life stuff and it needs to be addressed because that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep doing this with Antonio is if I can incorporate my real stuff and not just play and not just making fun of and talking about first dates and Tinder profiles. Like my life is, it's a lot right now.
Right.
And I want to make sure people understand that they're not alone. Honestly, like I want people even to reach out to us or me and say, yo, I'm going through some shit too.
Right.
You know, the world is heavy right now.
It's heavy and it's getting heavier. And since more people have voices on TikTok and Instagram Reels, it's interesting where we didn't realize how many people are feeling this shit when we first started the show.
Yeah.
Because we didn't play in this pool. We didn't look through all this shit every day.
Right.
We were just looking at Tinder profiles and laughing and finding ridiculous love gurus.
Yeah.
And then it did to us what it does to millions of people. It sucked us in.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my God, now I feel like I'm invested in this shit. And I'm not going to say I want to be an advocate for any of these people who are having their own issues and stuff like that because I don't know their background.
Right.
I'll advocate for you all day, you know, and
well,
myself and all that. But I do think that it is kind of worth showing like the silly videos that I started off with today, you know?
Yeah.
There are people who are really speaking to me because they're using satire as a coping mechanism.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
That whole idea of like, I'm a trauma sexual. Well, in your dating experience, you have seen that of people who are only now so sexually attracted to trauma.
Trauma bonding
is like the new cool thing. It
is absolutely real and it will ruin you.
It will absolutely ruin you.
Yeah.
But kind of teasing on it and making fun of it is a good way to make people feel like they're not alone and that it's not the end all be all, that you can get through it. It's going to suck, but you can get through it.
Maybe that's what I need to do. What this guy did, the video is like, I'm only going to date mean people. Oh, too late. So no, I do want to just make sure that we know too, that we're not going to get heavy. Like that's not what this podcast is. We're still going to have fun. We're still going to make jokes. We're still going to do fuckeries and we're still going to do the things that we've always been doing.
Right.
It's not all going to be heaviness, but we are going to get real about some real shit. So Hold on tight.
Hold on tight. Well, I mean, I know that you just said 2 seconds ago that you don't want to only do things about first dates anymore, but God damn it, that's the subject of the podcast today.
That's okay. That's all right. Like
Have
I
you
said,
seen this list?
I have seen this list.
I sent it to you right when I saw it, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, it was on the news. It made the local news.
Yeah.
So someone out there put this list together that was a compilation of responses from women, and we don't even know what kind of women, of places that women absolutely refuse to go on a first date.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, thank you to the ladies who reached out and helped me on this list. You and I have never really talked about where. We've only talked about like what kind of date.
Yep.
You said you like coffee or like a quick lunch, something that you have an exit strategy out of.
Yeah.
You're like, I got 1 hour, buddy.
Yep.
So we're going to sit down, have a coffee. It might even be 30 minutes if I don't like your fucking face or your voice or something like that.
That's right.
And I feel that's what busy, productive people do, right?
Yes.
They're not going to, who's got 2 hours of their fucking day to put aside to meet someone who's not even worth 30 minutes of their time, right?
That's exactly right.
So this, I guess, for like first date, let's say this is the date after that initial meetup. Like, let's say you've had your coffee or you've texted for a minute, or maybe you took a walk in the park and you're like, okay, this person's worth a first
let's
date.
Share a meal together, basically, is what you're saying.
This is my opportunity to actually get glammed up.
Is that what this
dressed up.
is that how this list came about, or is this the first date?
I think this is the first date list.
Yeah, I
but
think so too.
For me, this would be like the first real date. Because I don't consider that meet and greet a date. Do you?
No, it's an introduction.
It's an introduction.
Yeah.
It's like you've already done your talking on text. You've already been in the messaging of Tinder
What's your
or
story?
whatever.
How long you been divorced? Blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Jesus
How tall are
fucking
you?
Christ! I'm gonna just like put a thing in my notes section and copy and paste each time some fucker asks me this, because it's a lot each time to go through this spiel. You know?
Right.
So yeah, let's hear this.
Okay. So number one, places that women absolutely refuse to go on a date. Cheesecake Factory.
I know. I saw that, and I can pretty much every single thing below that could have gone above Cheesecake Factory.
I agree.
In my opinion.
This is my problem with Cheesecake Factory.
It's overwhelming.
The menu's fucking huge.
That's my point.
The line, the wait. I mean, that's the thing is like a lot of them now, okay, call in seat reserve or get your little clicker thing. You are still waiting 30, 40 minutes to sit at a table with this person. So if you're crowded in that little seating area, or if you're outside in the cold with your little table monitor.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that is not how you want to start a date. So I get why it's on there.
I do too.
But at the same time, I'm sure there are some women who are like, Cheesecake Factory? Oh my God, I can't wait. I want the Southwest spring rolls. Because I've dated them. I had a girlfriend that I could take her to Cheesecake Factory 5 times a week and she'd be like, marry me.
Oh my God, that's so good. But number 2?
Yeah, number 2, fuck that. Maybe in 1997.
In 1997, I had probably 20 dudes take me to this place.
Applebee's.
I'm not kidding. I'm not even exaggerating, because that was like the place in Provo and Orem.
Yeah, it was the place. It was a place
Jesus
down at the
Christ.
bottom of University University Parkway.
It's like, I've got a special surprise for you. We'd pull into the parking lot and I'm like,
yeah,
Jesus, Applebee's. You shouldn't have.
You
oh my
shouldn't
God.
have.
I'm so surprised. Thank you.
I mean, okay, so maybe it's a certain breed of animal, right? That wants those $1 margaritas or like the $1.50 Mai Tais that they lure you in with.
It's like fucking Applebee's again.
All right, number 3, Chili's.
So Chili's has crack in their chips and salsa. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I love their salsa.
Their queso.
So the queso's good too, but like I will get chips and salsa to go and just go pick it up and bring it home.
Right.
So I'd much rather have that happen than to actually go to the Chili's to sit down.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be so cute if this dude would be like, let's get Chili's chips and salsa and just like hang it at my place or your place.
Oh
and I'd be
my
like,
God.
Your dream come true.
100%.
Let's fucking go.
There's another thing on this list too that was like very similar to that, but we'll get to that in a second. Number 4, they got Chipotle. I think that's valid.
Absolutely.
For first date, I mean, Chipotle is like a year in and you're okay having like intestinal distress around each other, right?
I have a hard
takes a
time.
certain level of comfort with your person to go to Chipotle together.
I have a hard time taking myself to Chipotle. So yeah.
I don't go. I'm a Cafe Rio guy myself.
So am I.
All right. So this again, maybe teenagers and 20s. Number 5 is Olive Garden. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel it's really neutral. I feel if you are comfortable enough with the person before you've actually gone on a date, like through texting and conversation, and if it comes up, like, oh yeah, I love the Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Then maybe you could play it off as a joke. It's like, well, you said you love those breadsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let's go get some breadsticks. Or like you go there as like a joke.
Yeah.
And then order like an appetizer and then, okay, let's go to the real place and then go to like the nice place.
Look at that. There
like
you go.
Walter's downtown for us or Cucina Toscana or something like that.
See, now you're onto something. That would actually be kind of funny. I'd be like, you're bringing me here and then he takes me to the real place.
Right. And you like shit like that. You like it. You like it when a guy is a little bit more invested and not just running through the numbers of what dates are supposed to be.
Well, it takes a lot to shock me and surprise me. So anytime that happens, I'm impressed. Like if you can surprise me with something or do something that I was not expecting that, holy shit, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I mean, so the Olive Garden is like a comfort food for me.
Right.
I love their fucking endless, bottomless salad, their soup salad ordeal. I love that. Love it.
So maybe
I'm
Olive
in that
Garden's like a
mood.
3rd or 4th date kind of thing where it's like, I've already kind of glammed you up a little bit. Now let's go do something like more comfortable.
But do you know what I love about Olive Garden?
What's that?
More than going to the Olive Garden is getting it to go.
The
Olive Garden to go is awesome. I've had some pretty romantic dinners at home or their house with Olive Garden to go. And I don't mean romantic as in, ooh, this is so fucking romantic. But like cute and sweet. Like we wanted something good that wasn't fucking Chipotle.
Right.
But we wanted comfort food.
It's comfort food.
Anyway.
It's comfort food. It's carbs and fat, you know?
Anyway, we're only on number 5. We're so fucked. How many more are there to go?
And some of these we can cruise by, honestly. Number 6, though, pisses me off. The movies.
I know. I know why, though. Because you can't talk when you're in the movie.
Okay, so but I've been watching people's responses to this list, and it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
There's half that are using that argument, and there's half that are using my argument.
What's your argument?
The movies shouldn't be the only fucking part of the date, right?
Oh, of course.
So,
of course.
For whenever I did a first date movie night, right?
You would go to dinner first.
You go to dinner first, or let's say you get appetizers. You go to the bar and eat off the bar menu because you're going to get movie snacks too. So you don't want to be too full.
I'm getting the biggest fucking popcorn.
Right. So you go get tapas.
Yep.
And some wine, get to know each other, and then talk about how excited you are to see this movie. And I hope it doesn't fucking suck. It's probably going to suck.
Yep.
And you build a relationship. You get to know what kind of movies they like. And then you go to the movie. And then you get to help like pick out movie snacks together.
I like that.
I love that shit.
I like that. For sure, it has to pair with something. You have to pair the movies with something.
Right.
You can't just be like, yo, let's meet at the Megaplex.
Right.
And it's like, hi, it's nice to meet you. Let's go in the fucking movie. Shut your fucking mouth. No talking.
And this is why I like the movies, okay? This is why I like the movies. It's an excellent way to determine what this person's social calculator is, right?
Yes.
What their social thermostat is.
Yes.
Are they going to be a talker? Well, fuck you.
Yep.
I don't even want to go get a drink after the movie.
So have you been to a movie with someone that you didn't know very well? Like as like a really soon kind of first-ish date?
It was my move for the longest time.
Yeah.
If you're whipping out your phone.
Because I had the same thing and I have been to the movies with so many talkers and it was so unattractive. As a matter of fact, I wanted to run out the door. I'm like, is this over yet?
This
and it was
is why
a good
you and I are friends.
and it was a good movie, like, oh God, so many times this has happened. But you're right, you learn a lot about someone in the
You learn a lot about something if they're going to whip out their phone, if they're texting every few minutes.
If they're cuddly.
Well, see, that's the thing. Is like that's also the good side, right? It's like if there's like a comfort where you can like start kind of nuzzling a little bit.
Put
you
your
feel
hand
that
on their
comfort.
leg.
Yeah. How you share the popcorn. Are you okay sharing my soda? Do you want some candy?
Yeah.
And then to me, there's nothing more romantic than the little whispers that you can do. Like, oh my God, that was such a great scene.
Yeah.
Or look at that coat. That guy's coat's awesome. You're not talking. They're the little whispers, and you can learn about each other while you're doing it.
Cute.
And then if you guys have a good experience, you can go to the bar after or go get a meal after and then
you can
talk
say,
about the movie.
Or you can say, I'm taking your ass home.
Yeah.
You didn't shut the fuck up. So you're going home.
Yes, either way. I think the movies is great as long as it's not just the movie. As long as you make it part of the experience. That's why
it has to pair well with
on
something.
this list. I remember when you and I started kind of hanging out again in the like mid 2010s, right? After your divorce, after my divorce, we went and saw a movie together, and I'd never heard you laugh before in a movie.
And that's when it all started for you, is my hackling laugh. You're like, oh my God, isn't she adorable?
Well, it's just like we were laughing at the same shit. And I'm like, okay, I haven't seen you in years. And we have the same sense of humor. And that was like, okay, we can like be friends again. We can get back into this world because you weren't a piece of shit in the movie theater.
Exactly. I know. I love going to the movies, but I love popcorn so much. It's like a staple in our house.
Number 7, your house.
Your house. No, your house. No, your house.
No, your house.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I have a hard time even wanting to get in your car at first, let alone your house.
Yeah, I'm really protective of my space.
Yeah.
It's my sanctuary. And unfortunately, I've had some events take place in my life where I have to sage my entire fucking house now.
You're like pouring salt in all the corners.
All of that shit. All of it. And so the house thing is disturbing that it's on this list.
Right. The only reason why it's on this list, though, is because someone had that shit happen and now it's on the list.
Yeah.
Any fast food chain. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm good.
I mean, I like a good Wendy's every now and then, but I'm not about to go there for a first date.
Right. Unless it's like the only option nearby. It's
unless we're homeless. If we're homeless people living in a tent, then that's romantic as fuck, right?
It's like, I've got $5. Let's go get a biggie bag.
Oh, you would do that for me? Right? Like anyway.
Okay, Buffalo Wild Wings definitely should be higher than number 9.
Yeah.
That's a dude place. That's where you take your bro. You don't take a girl to the first date unless she is like a UFC fan and that's your bonding mechanism. And you're like, let's go watch 2 dudes punch each other and drink beer.
It's a chick that can just literally beat the living shit out of you at any sport whatsoever. And she's like, I need some wings. Like, that's when you go to wings.
If that's the case, then you are a total bottom and begging to be pegged.
Yeah. Then you're like, okay, honey, we'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Yes, whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Okay, this is the one on my list earlier where I was like, the takeout part, right? Number 10, fucking Wingstop.
Yeah.
You want into my heart? Bring me Wingstop.
Really?
Bring me Wingstop. Don't take me to Wingstop.
Bring it to you.
Bring it to me.
Okay. Got it.
And okay, how about this? I love when a girl can eat wings and isn't afraid to get a little messy, right? I'm not saying staying messy, but
you want to see her like devour a wing.
Okay.
You want to see her get into it.
I mean, it's not a deal breaker, but this doesn't work for me. You know what I like?
Have you seen me eat wings by chance?
No,
we haven't had wings together.
We might have. I just don't remember.
Oh, God. My kids make fun of me. It's so great. It's so great. I can get messy.
Kristen will put away a wing in like 2.3 seconds. It's like,
that's why you guys own a house together and have a baby together.
100%. It's
right?
like, I love the way you eat wings.
So I'll like put my wing down on my plate and I'll take my fork and I'll take the meat off my wing with the fork.
That works.
I don't mind getting into it after I get like the majority of the meat off and in my fucking face, right? But I need to get, because wings for me, like I usually wait till the very last second of hunger. So I'm fucking famished by then. Like I'm starving. I'm going to die. I need to eat right now. So I have to get the meat in my face, right?
I need it in my body.
Yeah, so
now.
get the majority of it so it's not a huge goddamn mess. And Olivia eats her wings like this too, my little girl. And then after that, then we'll do the rest.
Right.
Hold it to our mouth. But until then, I've got to have a fork and I got to get the majority of the meat off.
Okay, so number 11, Red Lobster. I haven't been to a Red Lobster in like 20 years. I couldn't even tell you. Cheddar biscuits. That's what I know Red Lobster for.
Yeah, I love those cheddar biscuits. That's one of my dad's favorite restaurants.
Okay, how about this? This is a Utah and a Vegas thing, or like an old person thing. A buffet.
Oh, God.
Number 12.
Up Chuck Urama.
Or the Golden Corral. What
Oh,
we got
God,
here.
the Golden Corral.
Right. Get those rolls.
Oh, yeah.
IHOP. No, not on the first date.
Mm-mm.
Not ever.
I'm not a huge breakfast person, so that would be really weird.
Well, the next one, Denny's. If I'm going to Denny's, it's going to be 4 o'clock in the morning after we've like done some shit somewhere. Some clubbing or
like something got fucked up.
Something got fucked up.
You're desperate.
And we're going to eat like breakfast food at 4 a.m. and maybe cry a little bit.
Yeah, Denny's and D's, right?
Oh, Dirty D's. I already talked about Dirty D's.
Is D's a Utah thing?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just there the other day on 21st South.
D's, were you really?
Yeah, I was.
D's and Denny's are basically the same, don't you think?
D's is a little bit more like home style and like less corporate, and that's why I like it. But that's where all like the cool weirdos go at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
When were you there?
The other day?
Yeah.
Oh, just like 2 weeks ago?
No, I mean like what time of the day?
Oh, it was for lunch.
Oh.
Yeah, I wanted a patty melt and fries for the kid. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't out there clubbing, if that was your question. At the end
I was like, what the fuck are you doing at D's?
Number 15, the gym.
Yeah. We have those special people.
Yeah, we have those special people, and they all have Instagram accounts. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're flexing, and in some cases, they're like baiting themselves for people to come and like check them out or flirt on them so they can be like, I'm at the gym. How dare you look at me? How dare you? Fuck yourself. You know what you're doing.
I mean, you do have those gym rats that don't eat at any of these places that are on this list. If you're going to the gym.
If you're one of those like people.
So they're like, well, I don't have a lot of time, but I do spend 3 hours at the gym every day. So if you'd like to just meet me here.
Right.
I can show you how to fucking pull some weight. I mean, how is that even on the list is kind of what I'm getting at. The gym.
Uh-huh.
Was this a thing?
It must be a thing. I know who I could talk to. Well, because like Michelle was on here too, and she says that she has stopped going to certain gyms because dudes won't stop hitting on her.
Well, that's of course, but I'm talking a first date.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
What the fuck are we doing?
I wouldn't do it.
Church?
Number 16, church. In Utah, maybe.
My hell?
How about you come to my ward and we'll do sacrament together? It'll be so cute.
Only if you're in Ward 69 am I going to your fucking ward. What ward are you in exactly? And is your bishop hot? Is the state president going to be there?
You're going to hell for that.
Oh, I'm so ready. Let's go. You're going to hell too.
So 17 and 18 kind of go together. Starbucks/coffee dates.
Yeah. Starbucks is Starbucks. It's like, I mean, that's a fast food chain.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Right.
I like how we talked about we like coffee dates.
Yeah.
Go someplace fucking classy. Don't go to Beans and Brews. Don't go to Starbucks. Take me to like the Rose establishment downtown.
Yeah, that's
or
my
one of
favorite
those
spot.
hipster places. What's the Salt Lake Coffee Roasting Company?
Uh-huh. There's some cozy
places, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I say
coffee
Starbucks.
Dates, I'm about coffee dates, but it does have to be a cozy spot. I've been to a lot of cozy first date coffee dates.
Right.
But got to choose the good spot.
Number 19 is the coffee date for Mormons, and that's ice cream dates.
Yeah.
You remember fucking Leatherby's down in Provo?
I do remember Leatherby's.
We're going to go to Leatherby's.
Oh, God.
And then we're going to go to Barnes & Noble and read kids' books. And then maybe we'll go to the Makeout Point and barely kiss.
I have an out for this, though, because I have to have dairy-free ice cream. So I'm like, nope, can't do that. Sorry.
It's like, let's go and buy a pint of something that we can eat, and let's go someplace cozy and eat it.
Or how about we don't go on an ice cream date at all, you dipshit?
Right.
I want to go to church.
Number 20. I never thought about number 20, but it did happen to me once.
No.
And I think I actually texted you from it.
No. What did you?
Family functions.
Who and when?
So it was a Tinder date. It was this Tinder girl, right?
Oh no.
And we got along great, texting and messaging. And we were supposed to go somewhere together. And she's like, hey, last minute plans. I have this family function, this party at my family's house. So I can't go on a date, but you should come here. And I was like, come there and meet your family and friends for the first time ever meeting you. Like, that's kind of awkward. But
It was like the first time you ever met her.
First
So you
time.
never even had the introductory thing.
Let me finish.
Shit.
But I was desperate and kind of horny, and we had some saucy messages. So I was like, why not?
You're
It's
like,
worth a
I'm ready
shot.
to meet grandma. Let's go.
Let's go. I go to her house, right? Which oddly is like maybe a block or two away from my ex-wife's house. So that was already
Oh.
kind of weird.
Fun.
I get there and it is her whole family and they're just treating me like a normal person, which is really cool. I'm like, all right, yeah. Like, but they didn't know it was a first date. They thought I was just a friend of hers showing up. So there was a sense of familiarity, right?
Oh gosh.
And I was kind of cool with it. I can hang, you know me, I can hang
Oh,
in most
absolutely.
situations.
Yeah.
But then when they started like, oh, wait, you've never met her before? This is your first time meeting her? I'm like, yeah. They're like, then why did you come? It's like, because she invited me. And then her ex-husband showed up with her kids. And then that was an awkward thing.
Okay.
So that
okay.
obviously didn't really go anywhere. We scheduled 2 more dates to like make up for how weird that was. And she ghosted me on both. So I'm like, that's easy enough. I don't have to worry about that.
Okay. I mean, you were going somewhere until like the ex-husband shows up with the kids. That's a little too soon. Like, what in the hell?
Well, it's also kind of sus. I feel like she had me there just to have someone there to show the ex-husband. I have a feeling it was a jealousy trap.
Well, see, my mind didn't even fucking go there.
Yeah, mine did.
So you're totally right on track. Yeah. See, that's the problem. That is where I'm at. I don't see the bad in most people. Like, I would have never thought that had you not said it.
Right.
Seriously. So you're right. She totally was pulling it. Oh, you fell for that.
I'm gonna go ahead and
you know you fell for that.
I fell for it. She knew I was gonna fall for it. My dick fell for it is what happened.
Oh my god. Okay, what's the next one?
So 21 movie night, Netflix, Hulu. Nope, not on a first date. That's later.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, not date one for me. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Ooh, I think it's kind of cool to go like on a scenic drive if you trust the person, right? Like maybe it's someone that
Too
you
soon.
know. You think so?
Too soon for a first date.
Okay, cool.
You know that I've dated people, right? And I didn't see their true colors until 4 months in.
Right.
So first date, taking a long drive, no thanks. We're
Okay,
good.
maybe I need to know how long. Like a drive through the canyon, I think is fine.
Like, how many miles is this going to
Yeah,
be,
right.
do you think?
I need more data on
Yeah,
this.
need some more data.
Number 23, bowling. Bowling's fucking fun,
Bowling's fun.
right? It maybe
For the awkward people, though, that's a nightmare.
right
For a
or
socially
competitive
awkward-
people.
For yes, for a socially awkward or competitive person, bowling would be a horrible
Like,
first
could
date.
you imagine if like you're a dude and you think you're a pretty good bowler,
Mhm.
and this first date of yours just wipes the fucking
Oh,
floor
yeah.
with you,
Mhm.
and you're like, very good. I'm so glad you got 3 strikes in a row.
Yeah, trying to be nice,
Trying to
and then
be
you're
nice.
just pissed. You're like, you're going home.
Like, we're not even stopping at the snack bar on the way out. Number 24, nightclubs. Yeah, fuck that. Like, who goes to a first date at a nightclub? You meet someone at a nightclub and then maybe get a first date after.
Maybe.
Or you go home with someone from the nightclub and then never see them again, right?
That's called a first or one night stand.
Right.
So
Which means that was technically a first date.
that's awesome.
And a last date.
You're adorable.
At the same time.
You've been out of this game for a long time. Yeah, the nightclub for a first date. That's just a dude or a girl that's not serious.
Right. Number 25, hookah bar. We only had one here. And it was fine, but I could live without it. It wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah.
You're looking at your face, right? You're like, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit about a hookah bar. That's so whatever. Yeah, that would be weird, but
And then a bar just for drinks. I mean, what time of day? You know, and what
Yeah.
bar? I think, and it's number 26, so maybe that's not too bad, but
that's probably the most popular thing that's going on now is like, let's just meet real quick for a drink.
right.
Because obviously I'm not meeting someone for coffee at 8:30 at night. So let's go have a cocktail or a martini. You know,
Right.
I have a favorite martini bar downtown. It's called the Red Door.
Yeah, love it. It's been there for
And
years.
I've had a first date there and absolutely all day long.
Yeah,
Love
Lake
that.
Effect is pretty good too.
Oh, Lake
Yeah, for
Effect's
sure.
great, right? So then that kind of takes my cute coffee date thing to cocktail. 1 drink, 2 drinks. That's it, though.
So instead of love gurus, we are going to try something new. I've got these videos that are collected of bad first dates. So we're ready for number 1 on this?
We're ready.
Let's go, lady.
I matched with this guy on Tinder, and he took me to Cece's Pizza, and he ate too much, and he said his stomach was hurting, and this dude literally is sleeping at the table right now. What do I do? He drove us.
What do I do?
Watch.
He's on the table. He's asleep. Oh my hell, that is hilarious.
So first of all, do you know what Cece's Pizza is?
I don't.
It's a pizza buffet. So
It is.
yeah, that's for one, he took her to a pizza buffet. He's wearing purple gym shorts and a gray hoodie.
Oh my god.
He ate too much and now he's asleep on.
He was like, I'm just taking this girl out for pizza. This is not a first date for him, clearly. This was just let's go hang out and have some pizza.
Right.
That's so good.
But too
Poor
much
girl.
pizza.
She looked so young. She looked like she was 19.
Right.
Maybe.
She probably loves Cece's Pizza. That's a great idea.
That's my favorite place.
Right. And then it happens.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking great. And here's a great thing about this. There's so much content behind this particular subject. I was just I just put funny first dates, and there was just a long playlist of these bad first date videos. So
oh my gosh.
that'll be our future content for a while before
I'm excited.
This is okay. How about this?
Okay.
There's a part of me that's waiting for all of the love gurus that we've talked about to die off.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to retrain my algorithm. I keep finding the same fucking people over and over and over and over again. And I'm just this message has been just kicked to death.
I know.
So yeah, we'll do something.
I feel bad for you because you do have the algorithm. It's totally fucked everything up.
I might have to start a new account, a burner account, and try and retrain it so we can get some people that aren't the same fucking people.
You can't reset it. You can't reset your shit somehow.
Oh, maybe.
Huh.
Someone knows, let me know, because literally I was never on TikTok until we started the podcast.
Ask our den guys.
I'll ask the den guys for sure. All right, well, Dianna.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
Your first episode back.
I know. Thank you so much. And hopefully we still have our listeners.
We got our listeners and we got viewers now too. We got our YouTube. Our YouTube is outweighing our podcast. And in my mind, that's a good thing, but it means that we need to keep pushing, right? We need to keep pushing our social media. We got to keep pushing our clips and getting more people and more listens and making more connections and networks and having on more guests. And I think that's the key to really finding some more success in this podcast. And I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you.
It was my birthday today to have you
Oh,
back.
your birthday and your anniversary all in one.
Yes. All right, everyone, you know where to find us. You can jump onto the milfandmepod.com where you can see all our past YouTube videos. You can see all of our past episodes and then any links that we have to just the fun stuff. Leave messages there, you know, please do. And you can always send us messages on Instagram and on Twitter, now known as X. And well, I can't wait for the next episode.
I know.
Which we're going to record in 10 minutes.
I know. Let's go. I got to get home to my babies.
Let's go, everyone. We will see you next week.
See you later.